So, good evening again, and thank you to Jane Noodle for allowing us to speak here tonight. And we wrote this poem called Sorry because we are frustrated with the city council, you guys, decision to postpone passing the smoking ban in Burlington parks and beaches. And we decided instead to create a survey to administer to the park and beach goers.
After we wrote this essay, we entered in several poetry and essay contests. We won a few awards. We also won a statewide award, in which we got invited to present in front of the State House. And so we steps of the State House, and WCAX did a story on us, and maybe you saw us on TV this morning.
In addition to all this, I went to Washington, D.C. about a month ago and presented the same poem to Senator Leahy, and he was really moved by it, so I hope you guys are too. So here we go.
Dear future generation of Burlington, I am...
No, we're sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of Burlington.
We're sorry to say what's done is done.
I mean, we tried. We really tried to do something.
But our efforts were forgotten in this city. It became nothing.
I hope you can forgive us, because like a marriage gone wrong,
we didn't know what we had until it was all gone.
For example, you may know it is just another piece of filth, but it once had been crystalline waters.
Believe it or not, these were the beaches we would leave for our sons and daughters.
But our cigarette butts flowed in, and our chemicals destroyed
what once was a deep blue water, but now you try to avoid. Sorry.
We're sorry that we cared more about those that did smoke.
And not for the 87% that said
no, because smoking is not a joke. But even these non-smokers had to suffer, don't you know?
From secondhand smoke, but that was a long time ago.
Actually, it wasn't, because it's still happening today.
Where kids are born beautiful only to die young with nothing else to blame.
Sorry. And back then, future generation, let me tell you, people like Rachel, Rachel couldn't go to the beach.
Because her asthma combined with secondhand smoke made her too weak.
And here, now, you wonder why we didn't teach what we preached.
In fact, we tried to restore it all. We really tried.
Only to hear the same excuses that our hands are tied.
Now let me tell you about people like Libby, who couldn't go for a long run or chill without somebody behind her pulling up that cigarette still.
And my nephew, well, his soccer games were not so fun, because I knew he would not live to see the one game where his team would have won. Sorry. You may know, future generation, that we decided to put up a survey.
It just took away time. I mean, we already know this public health issue isn't okay.
The evidence was clear from our previous government survey
that secondhand smoke should not be around kids at play.
We already knew there was no safe level of secondhand smoke.
So now you may ask, why did we continue to waste the time of our citizens and folks?
I mean, how are these people supposed to get to these once beautiful places?
I'm talking about the children, the youth, the elders of all different races.
These people were the heroes, the ones that had to walk through that air.
Just to tell their future generation that they once went there.
Just to tell you that they had gone to the fishing pier or used the picnic table there.
Just to tell you that they sat on the rock with the shoreline view, the sunset view beyond compare.
But they can't tell you that. Sadly, they can't.
Not your mom, your dad, or even your aunt.
Sorry. It'd be too hard imagining and painfully recalling what used to be.
It'd be too heart-wrenching and see that they didn't live and remain
the Oak Ledge, the North Beach, the waterfront. There are more such magical places that existed.
We used to swim in them as kids with our parents who assisted.
We were always convinced that nothing would change.
But with time, everything became different. This city, it became strange.
It became a pile of trash swept by the wind and the memory of those before.
A blurry image, the thought of saving it was ignored.
Not a sound, not a scream for change filled what became this eerie city.
But instead, it was the cigarettes that made it so pretty. Sorry.
We're sorry that unlike all the other towns, Burlington, considered the healthiest, never went smoke-free.
Not in the beaches, the parks, and never did you see.
And for the ones that smoked, well, I'm sure half of them wanted to quit.
The smoking ban could have been the reason, but it didn't give them a reason, not even a bit.
So we're sorry, future generation, that we didn't complete our mission.
We're sorry that we changed for the worst, but not the best of conditions.
We're sorry that we put the harmful impact of a person's addiction ahead of another person's health.
We're sorry that we consumed ourselves with rights, but not with wealth. With wealth, but not with rights.
We're sorry that you cry every night tears of sorrow.
We're sorry that our city did not change for a better tomorrow. Sorry.